Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The big boys are showing up at the Euros. Yesterday, Germany spanked Scotland, and today, Spain put on a clinic against Croatia, who a lot of people had going far into this tournament. This game was obviously really good for Spain, not for Croatia. And I am going to get to talking about the game a little bit. But first, guys, you know what we got to do. We got to talk about Lamine Yamal, who is the star of the show today. He was the star of the show today in this game. He's a generational talent. Oh, you glaze Lamine Yamal, you Barca fans, you're always glazing Lamine Yamal. Bro, stop being in denial. Stop being in denial. Hop on the train. This kid is insane. What a performance today, bro. Sat Vardio on his ass in that second half, kind of like Messi did obviously in the World Cup. Obviously had an amazing assist to Dani Carvajal in the first half. I never thought I would celebrate a Dani Carvajal goal, but I celebrated a Dani Carvajal goal because obviously Lamine Yamal with that passing. Great finish from Carvajal, by the way. A great goal. But yeah, Spain just looked really good. But obviously, when you have Lamine Yamal on your team, you're going to look good. Bro, honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I cannot, like, the stage, obviously, it's his first Euro game of all time. It's his first Euro game ever. His first, like, big international game, of course, in a tournament like this, in that stadium. That's where Barca won their 5th UCL, the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Against Croatia, a team that's made a World Cup final and a World Cup semifinal against seasoned veteran players. And you do that, I'm at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words, but that's just Lamine Yamal for you. Every time you watch this kid play, it's just like you can't believe what you're seeing. You really cannot believe what you're seeing. And I could be glazing right now, but again, if you watch this game, if you've been watching Lamine Yamal, which I know us Barca fans, we've been watching him for a long time, and we've been telling you guys, this kid, we're not hyping him up too early. He's that good. Everybody talks about, oh, Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati never looked this good and this dominant. I love Ansu Fati. I think he was great, especially at a young age. He never looked this good. Never looked this good. The kid is insane. His dribbling, his decision making. I mean, yes, his end product is still not great. Had a chance in the second half, and obviously Croatia's keeper made a pretty good save on it. His finishing isn't great, but when it comes to playmaking and just putting a defense on their toes, there's no one that does it quite as well in world football as Lamine Yamal. And again, guys, I'm talking about a kid who's 16 years old who has to do fucking math homework while he's at the Euros. It's insane, bro. It is insane. And Pedri again today, you guys know I gotta shout out my Barca boys, man. Pedri today with an assist as well was amazing. Won the majority of his duels, completed a bunch of his passes. He created big chances as well. Great finish, by the way, like on that Pedri pass. It wasn't really, I think it was Fabian Ruiz who scored that goal. It wasn't really, like Pedri's assist wasn't like this magical assist like Lamine Yamal's, but still, he obviously is in that pocket of space, finds Fabian Ruiz, who obviously has a great finish. And, you know, here's the thing, guys. When Spain are good, it's because Barca, like Spain relies a lot on Barca to have a good generation. Go back to 1964. Go back and look at that team. Ferran Olivella, who was the captain of that 1964 Euro winning team, guess what? He was a Barcelona player at the time. Obviously, the center back. In 2010, we know. In 2008, we know how many Barca players. When Spain had that golden generation, it's because Barca obviously are giving them all these great players. And you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy that Pedri and Lamine Yamal, obviously 2 Barca players today showed up. And those guys, and hopefully Nico Williams is a Barca player soon as well. But yeah, I'm really impressed with what I saw with Spain today. Again, Croatia's back line, I mean, their center backs played like fucking ass today, man. Like, obviously, when you're playing your best defenders out wide like Vardio, you're going to be a little bit more exposed centrally. But still, I think Croatia's back line played awful today, man. And I think Croatia just looked like an older team. They couldn't really keep up with Spain's dominance and their physicality and their speed. And, you know, that's just what happens, man. It's international football. And look, I think Croatia are still, I don't think they're going to obviously I don't think they're going to finish with 0 points in this group. I think they're going to, you know, maybe scare Italy or Albania in the next couple games. But the reason why I picked Croatia to finish third and not first or second, I picked Spain to finish first and Italy second, is because I do see some weaknesses with this Croatia team. And again, they still have really good players like Luka Modric, like Kovacic, like Brozovic. They have like seasoned players, obviously, have been there and done that, made World Cup finals, made World Cup semifinals, like I mentioned earlier. But still, bro, when you're going up against this youth and this talent that Spain has, it's very difficult when you don't have the names like they do, man. They just don't have the names like Spain does. Spain has way more quality at every point. I think their defense is better. I think their midfield is better. I think their attack is better. But yeah, man, I don't think Croatia's gonna go out of this tournament quietly. I think they're gonna make some noise. Like I said, I think they can maybe get a result against Italy and definitely against Albania. But I don't see how they finish first or second. They're definitely not gonna finish first now because that's gonna go to Spain. But yeah, man, I was just disappointed with the way Croatia played. They had like one chance this whole game, which was a Vardio chance. But other than that, man, they really didn't look that threatening. And again, their defense was just getting sliced up too easily. Like they were just getting beat with these balls over the top, especially on that right-hand side where Lamine was playing. It just wasn't the best performance for Croatia. Obviously, they had the penalty that then got like that. It was saved or hit the post, and then they got called back because it was offside. It just wasn't a good display from Croatia today. But again, I think Spain are that good. I don't think Croatia are that bad. I think it's more than that Spain are that good. Again, Spain's back line, to me, when you look at it, it's kind of like it's an aging backline, and I think it's a little bit shaky. But today they played really, really well. And Spain's midfield with Rodri and Pedri and Dani Olmo's good, but I feel like sometimes he doesn't have the instincts to kind of be that creator sometimes, which I think he lacks that a little bit. We saw that today, but he's a really good player. I think Dani Olmo can obviously. I think he's going to have a good tournament, and I think he had a decent game today. But I just think Spain overall just have a really, really good team with a lot of youth and a lot of experience. And again, when you have a talent like Lamine Yamal on your team, bro, the kid is insane. I'm at a loss for words, man. I cannot believe what I just saw with Lamine Yamal, and the fact that I'm happy that the football community is starting to see what this kid can really do, because I feel like people a lot of times, they look at us Barca fans glazing Lamine Yamal, and because they don't watch Barca, they think we're being hyperbolic when we hype this kid up. But that's actually, like, it couldn't be further from the truth. We're just acknowledging what we're seeing. And what we're seeing right now, guys, and I'm telling you right now, I'm saying this, we're watching a kid who has the potential to be one of the best players, and I'm talking about top 10, not of his generation, but that football has ever seen. And at every step, he's actually exceeded expectations. And to do this at 16 in an international tournament for your country like the Euros against Croatia, a team like I said, you're not playing Scotland, you're playing Croatia, a team that people, had some, like I said, some people had them as a dark horse. And like I said earlier, I'm repeating myself, but you guys, like they have seasoned players, and to do that against them, it's like words can't describe how insane that is. And again, Lamine Yamal is just, I think he's going to win Young Player of the Tournament. Who knows? If Spain win the whole thing, maybe he wins Player of the Tournament. Fuck Young Player. Because Lamine Yamal has shown that at every step, he exceeds expectations. I mean, he's the youngest to do this. He's the youngest to do that. He's always the youngest to do everything. And I think he's a guy who we're gonna be talking about this guy for generations to come. And I don't think Lamine Yamal is gonna be a guy that's gonna be a what if. I hope he's not a what if, man. I hope he's a guy who can stay healthy and who can just continue to do what he does, because this kid is truly generational. But again, I think Croatia today just didn't look that good. I think Spain just have a better team. I think Spain are going to make some noise in this tournament. I think they can make at least a semifinal, because I think their coach is really good. Spain usually have this tendency, it happened back in the World Cup in 2022 as well, where they kind of start off really strong. We saw that against Costa Rica, and then they kind of fade a little bit, like towards the latter end of the group stages, the last two games, and then obviously in the round of 16, they haven't been that great. But that was with Luis Enrique, that was with different managers. This is with Luis de la Fuente, who I think is a really, really good manager. And I think this Spain team is different because, again, you have the likes of Lamine Yamal, you have the likes of Pedri. Fermin didn't come on today, but I hope he gets some playing time in this tournament as well, because I want to see what Fermin does. Again, I'm happy for Spain because I'm happy for the Barca players. And obviously, I think it would be a joy to see Lamine Yamal or Pedri or Fermin Lopez get their hands on a Euro trophy. But yeah, man, that's all for today. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. We're now going to go and watch Italy and see how that goes against Albania. But I had to make a yap session for this game after I saw the star boy Lamine Yamal and what he did. But yeah, man, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.